Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? Welcome to my channel. Today is a collective read, so I ask that you guys come in, take what resonate, leave what doesn't. If it don't resonate, then don't try to make it fit. I ask that you guys come in and hit that like and subscribe button. If you are already a subscriber, please make sure you come in and you hit that like button for your girl. Okay, angels and spirit guys, give me clear messages for the collective today. So you have sharing your success builds more success. Giving, receiving it, fairness, justice, generosity. Equal give and take. Empress. 63. Fertility, beauty, happiness, nature, pressure. Okay. So what I'm picking up is there's someone that's in the energy right now and thinking of how their manipulation, caused the Empress to not want to build with them anymore, not see success with them anymore. Um, Giving, receiving, generosity, like they wasn't given to this Empress, okay? They didn't fully invest in this Empress. And now it's like they're thinking about all their manipulation and how they have been heartbroken. You know, how they broken this Empress heart. But not only did they break this Empress heart, they broke their own heart as well. Right? So that's what someone is up thinking about. Yes. The Four Wands. They're looking back into the past and realizing that they could have had something stable. They could have had something solid. They could have had the happy life, the happy wife, the happy house, the happy spouse. They could have had that with this person. This person is also standing in their strength right now because they're trying to build the courage to come towards this Empress. But I'm also getting here that this Empress makes them weak. This Empress is someone that, makes them feel loved. They never knew love like this. Grand Rising when it comes to this Empress. And this person is thinking about the love that they want to share with this Empress. I feel like, this person could also feel like the Empress don't want to be with them anymore. This Empress don't want to, don't look at them the same. That's what I'm picking up. Like this Empress don't look at them the same. This Empress rather stay away from them, not be around them, not deal with them. What else, Spirit? Yeah, but you got engagement. Somebody want to get married. You got engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion. This person wants to marry this Empress, but I feel like this person has to take off the glasses of, taking accountability, seeing things for what it really was, watching, looking, stalking. Like this right now, this person is watching this Empress, trying to see, do she have any options. um Not only that, but this person also is like, could be dealing with third parties. Hello, could be dealing with third parties. They could be watching and stalking the Empress, but dealing with third parties and stringing them along and having one night stands with these people and stuff like that. And but they know exactly where they want to go and what they want to do. But see, they're watching this Empress make better choices and healthier choices for themselves. It's their twin flame. This Empress is their twin flame. They're watching their twin flame make better and healthy choices for themselves. But they got their outdated thinking, conditioning, things just replaying in their head of where this connection went wrong at, right? how they made this person feel like she wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, they're watching this person, uh they're stalking this person, they're watching this person move on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun. They're watching this person just move on with their life. Okay? That's what they're doing. And that's the truth. Spirit said that's the truth. But see, what it is, I feel like this person now is choosing to be honest with themselves, truth and clarity. And I feel like this person is coming towards this Empress to bring truth and clarity as well. Yes, you got stability, security, growth. This is what this person want. They want to bring security, stability, and growth into this connection. Oh, karmic in the reverse. Don't want to be in that karmic energy anymore. Don't want to be around any karmic energy anymore. Don't want to be in that low vibrational energy anymore. This person want to bring something different to this Empress. Okay? They want to bring something different to this Empress. They want to bring something better. So you got looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. This person is looking at old photos of how the connection used to be when they were happy and they were in love and, enjoying the moments with each other. Well, they feel like um that's not what's going on now, and they miss it. So they want to like bring a new face, rekindle this thing. You know what I'm saying? It says renew. It said new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and change of mind. This person realized that it's time for them to change their mindset. It's time for them to change the way they move, the way they act, the way they talk, all of it. Like, okay, I can't talk to her or him like that. I can't do the things I once did, because if I continue to move like that, I already don't have my person. And I feel like, also them knowing they hurt their person, right? It was like they was waiting on this person to play tick for tack with them. Like, okay, you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you, but that didn't take place. That's not what happened. This person, she didn't play tick for tack. It says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships. That's what she did. She started healing. She started sewing her heart back up. She started focusing on her. She started doing things what's best for her. She didn't play tick for tack. But the chemistry that they have with each other is amazing. And I feel like this person still have that insane chemistry with this Empress, but it's like, they don't know if she still have that chemistry for them. They don't know if she still look at them as that person. But some of them, they feel like she don't, but that doesn't change how they feel. But what they do think about is the chemistry they once had and how they used to like each other and have fun with each other. And this person is starting to miss that. And Spirit say that's the truth. Like, they're missing the fun that they have with this person. They're missing the love that they made with this person. They're missing this person's love, period. They are. And they're thinking back how they broke this person's heart and just didn't treat this Empress the way that she deserved to be treated. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing what's her name? Aaliyah. It's been too long and I'm lost without you. What am I gonna do? That's what I'm getting. Because somebody feel like their person has completely walked away and not looking back. That's what someone feels. Someone feel like their person has completely, this Empress has completely walked away from them. And this Empress is not looking back. Yes, they missed this Empress cup. This Empress has turned their back on them. Yes, happy Easter. How you guys doing? Hello. And they're ready to give this person everything. Yes, they are. They're ready to give this person their all. The Ace of Pentacles. They're ready to give this person their love. They don't want to break this person's heart anymore because the Three of Swords came out in the upright and they're reminiscing on how they broke this person's heart. Well, now the Three of Swords is coming out in the reverse because, first of all, this Empress has healed and she's denying this person's cup. She's denying this person's cup. If this person is calling, she's not answering. If this person is trying to have a conversation, she's not talking. This Empress is actually given to herself, knowing her worth. She's healed her heart and she's not putting herself through this type of energy anymore. See, remember the card that I showed y'all? She was putting her heart together. You see? She's putting it back together. You see the strings? Now she had put her heart back together and she refused to let someone interrupt her peace or break her heart all over again. She refused to allow that. What else? Yeah, the Empress. How do you take this? So you got the Empress in the reverse. I feel like this person's thought differently about this Empress. They thought that she wasn't an Empress. They thought that she, was, I heard a bum. Like she's not the type that have to wear designer clothes and, look out, try to be like the next person. So her not doing certain things, he felt like she was boring and she wasn't that type of person. But see, she was stress free. She never tried to be like anyone else. She always tried to be herself. And this is someone that's used to women being a certain type of way. Everybody want to be like everybody. Everybody want to dress the same. Everybody want to look the same. This Empress is not like that. This Empress can be a loner. This Empress can be hot by herself. This Empress can feel her own cup. You feel me? This Empress don't have to talk to people or don't have to be around people 24/7. This Empress can shield herself and block people off. But see, they thought that this Empress was not an Empress. They thought this person was fake. They thought this person was phony. They thought this person was also a liar. Like, she ain't running around here just not fucking people. She ain't running around here. She ain't going no weeks or months without fucking nobody. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? And they're starting to see that what they thought was wrong. Three of Cups. Now they want to reconcile because they see this Empress for who she is versus what they thought. This person also had other options. And in the process of them having other options, they was being a snake. They was being a bad, like a serious snake. Having passion and new beginnings everywhere. But now they want a passion new beginning with this Empress. But see, they don't know how to take action towards this Empress because this Empress is in a different energy. This Empress is not talking to them. This Empress is not communicating with them. This Empress is not even letting this person in. Yes, they feel left out in the cold. See, this Empress ain't waiting on them no more. To do right, to get right, to become better. This Empress have chose not to do that anymore. Because I feel like, yeah, this Empress chose not to put in the work with this connection anymore. And I feel like that's hurting somebody hard. Like, damn, did I really just lose my person? The answer is yes, you did. You really did just lose that person. And you lost that person because your anger, because of your energy, because the way that you behave, the way that you act, the way that you treat this person. That's what Spirit is saying. You have to treat people the way that you want to be treated. And if you're not showing a person love and compassion when they're showing you love and compassion, if you think being dishonest and disrespectful and disloyal is going to make a person love you more, then you're wrong. Only a person that will love you more off that is another toxic individual, is a person that's in low vibrational energy. That person will love you more. That person will chase you more. That person that don't know her worth will continue to move forward with you and chase you because she don't know her worth, because she's insecure about who she is. But if you find a woman that knows her worth and know what she wants in life, she will never sit for this. And you will push her further away with that type of energy. And I feel like that's what someone did. That's what someone did. That's why the three of swords came out in the upright. Do you see that? Harsh truth is better than a soft lie. The three of swords, this is some third party energy. Somebody could have been dealing with someone else, walked away from the Empress because they wanted to entertain something else, because they thought that dealing with something else would help please them and it would be satisfaction to them, and it wasn't. But see, that's what happens when God sends you someone to help you and love you, and you're not properly doing what you're supposed to do, you wind up turning what's good for you away and going towards what's bad for you. And a lot of people do that all the time. Let's see how this person truly feel, y'all. I want to see how this person truly feel. Like, look, this person ain't been drugging and alcohol, been getting high, drugging and drinking alcohol. That's what this person been doing. Yeah. Is it over in the reverse? This person don't want it to be over. This person don't want it to be over. What it says, how am I taking that? Okay, I can't make a decision in the reverse. This person has made a decision. At first, this person didn't want to make a decision. That's the game that they were playing. This person didn't want to make a decision. This person felt as if, things was going to be, they could do whatever they wanted to do. They didn't have to step up to the plate. They felt like this person will always come back to them. That's why they did not make a decision. They was drinking. They was out there partying. They was out there doing them. They didn't want to make a decision. Yeah. Out there fucking around with other people's sexual desires. That's what they was out there doing. Doing them. Laying up with the next, drinking and drugging and having a ball. So they didn't want to make a decision. They want to live their best life. But see, what they wanted to do was hold on to the Empress while they continue to move in this energy. That's what they wanted to do. Why? Because they felt insecure. Why do I deserve you? Okay? Why do I deserve someone like you? They didn't even realize how they were self-sabotaging because they were afraid of having real, genuine, unconditional love. The passion is too much. I told you. The passion is too much. And now that they're looking back on their life, is a mess without this person. And they're realizing, damn, my life is a whole mess right now. A whole mess. It says, how could you ever forgive me for the mess I've made? Look. Someone is asking themselves that, is she ever going to forgive me? Why? Because they don't even forgive themselves for the mess that they made in this connection. Someone is realizing that they had a real, pure, genuine woman by their side. Look, I'm afraid to lose you. I feel lonely. And that's what's eating them up in their heart. Because for some of them, they know that they just lost their person. They know it. They feel it in their heart like she gone. What do I do? It says, if I could go back in time, I would use different ways to deal with our problems. See? Good morning. And they're thinking about that. They're thinking about that badly. Like, man, I should never did this. I should never did that. I should never said this. I should never said that. But they did. What else, Spirit? This was someone. How am I taking this? Okay. This was someone that would not admit that their person was right. Like they will always try to make it seem like this person was just tripping on them for no reason, instead of admitting, like, you're right, this person refused to do that. They refuse to admit that their empress was right. They're gonna continue to be looking like, they haven't did anything wrong. Will this ever change? Now they're trying to figure out, person ever talk to me again? Will this person ever, love me again? Will things ever change between us? Because right now it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Things are bad. And someone have to accept the fact of what they did. Look, I am the man. I am the man. This is what he's telling himself. This is what he wants to tell her. I am that man that I told you that I could be. I am him. Look, I'm telling you, you deserve better. I am that man. You deserve better. I can be that man. That's what someone is saying. Also, this person loves the fact that this empress don't put up with their bullshit. Love it. They love the fact that this empress don't put up with their bullshit. That this empress don't allow them to mistreat them. They love it. They love it because it speaks different value to them. Look, no one understands me but you. For some of y'all, twin flame came out, right? So if this person is your twin flame, please take what resonates. Don't assume you have a twin flame if God have not shown you that you have a twin flame, okay? Because everybody is not on a twin flame journey. But you know what's the truth between you and this person. But some of y'all, like I said, if this is your twin flame and you have gifts, this person has gifts too. What is the truth? You know the truth about this person. You know what this person can do. For some of y'all, this person was chosen as well. But this person didn't step into the energy yet. And it's like, okay, he haven't stepped into the energy yet, or she haven't stepped into the energy yet, then I need to continue to keep moving on with my life. See, God made it showed you like this your twin flame. God made it showed you like this is the person, that I ordained you. And again, we on this earth and we're living a human experience. So if you're not ready and willing to bring change into your life, to understand that you are a spirit in human form right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some people get so stuck into this matrix. It's like it's hard for them to adapt to anything else or open up to receiving anything else. So some people just be stuck in this. And I feel like for some of y'all, that's what's going on. Like you're elevating and your person is still stuck in a 3D. They're not moving forward. They're not trying to move forward. Like I said, they're drinking, they drugging all day. They're running around having sex with multiple people, not using condoms. They're running around partying and kicking it, not taking life serious. Some of them doing so much. But with you, you're more focused on business. You're more focused on trying to become a better you. You're more focused on, I want to be able to relax in life. I don't want to work my whole life. I want to have my own business. I want to be able to sit down when it's time for me to sit down. I don't want to be 60 and 70 years old still trying to work a job because I don't have it. Y'all trying to do different things, and at once upon a time your person could have been on that type of time, on in that type of energy, but they're not anymore. They're not anymore. And instead of y'all growing together, some of y'all drifted apart because you had to grow and that person had to grow, and you chose to keep moving forward and this person chose to keep staying backwards. What else, Spirit? Look, I can't promise you anything. And this person, it's like they broke so many promises to you. So many promises they broke. Whoa, all these cards just flew out there. Yeah. This person says emotions overwhelm me. Like this person is in their feelings right now. In their feelings big time. They're in their feelings big time because now it's like the truth has to set in. And once the truth set in, you got to be honest with yourself before you can be honest with anybody else. It says, you are too nice. I don't deserve your kindness. You're a kind-hearted person. And I feel like for some of y'all, this person try to take your kindness for weakness. And them taking your kindness for weakness push you further away. Because why? You start looking at this person like a manipulator. If you are this empress, take what resonates. You start looking at this person like a manipulator. You start looking at this person as someone that didn't have your best interest at heart. You start looking at this person as someone that continuously continue to keep hurting you, and you start feeling like this person was hurting you purposely because they felt like they kept bringing drama to the connection because this is someone that likes to be around drama. They likes to be around toxicity. You know what I'm saying? If drama ain't going around, then they don't want to be around it, and you didn't want to be around it. Yeah, it hurts too much. It hurts too much to sit around drama all day. It hurts too much to not be at peace in your connection with someone. Everybody is not into the toxicity. Everybody don't want to go around arguing with their partners and fighting with their partners. Some people actually want to enjoy genuine love. Some people actually want to have a woman that's giving, a man that's giving. You're doing everything that you know what I'm saying, to show that you love this person. That person doing everything to show you that they love you. Y'all are becoming one. That's something that people want. That real, unconditional, genuine love, not sneaky snakes. And some of y'all had a sneaky snake, or that's how you feel like you had. What else, Spirit? It says, the way I have treated you was so wrong. Yes. Someone is realizing that. The way they treated you, Empress, was wrong. Yeah. And you got, look, please do what's best for your heart. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're doing what's best for your heart, baby. You walked away from this situation. How am I taking this? I can't let you go. I can't let go of you. Look, this love is crazy. This person can't let go of you because your love is different. Energy is different. See, people can try to be you. People can dress like you, act like you, talk like you, walk like you, but they don't have your energy. They can't duplicate that. Energy is real. You feel me? And someone is missing their Empress energy. It says, why can't I tell you the truth? This person realized they've been lying their ass off. Yeah. And people don't believe in me. You were a person, Empress, that believed in this person. You saw the good in this person. You used to uplift this person. They don't got that no more. Why is it that you love me? This person couldn't understand why you love them because they had nobody to really love them. Nobody to really show them unconditional love like you did. You weren't looking for a reason to love them. I only love you because you take care of me. I only love you because you give me. No, you love this person unconditionally. And that they weren't used to. They weren't used to that type of love. I can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking about that type of love because that type of love don't come back and forth. It don't. Because you got some people that do the tick for tack. You hurt me, bitch, I'm going to hurt you. You cheat on me, I'm going to cheat on you. You stop fucking with me, I'm definitely going to stop fucking with you. You ain't got no loyalty, I ain't got no loyalty. You go cheating on me, hell, I'm going to fuck your friend. You got people that move like that. You feel me? Not this Empress, though. But see, that's the type of energy that he thought this Empress was in, until he actually went out there and experienced the real deal and realized that the Empress wasn't nothing like that. She was a different type of breed. She cut from a different type of cloth, a cloth that he wasn't used to seeing or touching. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. And that's what this person was doing. Yeah. They were holding back their true feelings. I can't do this right now. They weren't showing no type of emotions. Why? They felt like they didn't have to. Now that you're no longer there, they're suffering. But see, this is what happened when you're not stepping in your truth, when you're not showing it. This is what happened when you take advantage of a real, genuine love. Mm-hmm. You triggered me. And Spirit is saying, for some of y'all, you didn't trigger this person. This person allowed other people to get in their head. And that when they did that, let's see. Because I want to see how this person is saying you triggered them. How did you trigger them? I want to know. Because this person's saying you triggered them. Let's see. How did you trigger this person? What did you do? Look. See, the passion I felt was enormous. I didn't know what to do. This person didn't know what to do with the love that you was giving because they never experienced it before. But let's see. How did you trigger this person, Empress? What did you do? If this is your story, please take what resonates, okay? But how did you trigger this person? What did you do? What did you do to trigger this person? What did you do? What did you do? What did the Empress do to trigger this person? Distance. You distance yourself from this person. You continue to distance yourself from this person. If you felt that this person was not doing right by you, you always walk away. It says you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. You felt like this person was emotionally distant with you, so you became physically emotionally distant. What else? What else did the Empress do to trigger this person? You start focusing on yourself far as like you will move in a way of you made this person feel like you don't need them, right? And I'm also getting like someone else. This person could have thought you were dealing with someone else. It says someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. Okay. So there could have been a home situation. And the Spirit said yes. That is the truth. Something happened within your home situation. You and this person could have been living together, and there was someone else that came through to sabotage the connection that caused distance between y'all. So this person started being emotionally distant with you, and this person could have also been physically distant with you because they thought you were dealing with someone else in the house. So if this person was living with you, then this person moved out. For some of y'all, if they wasn't living with you, then they came to your house and they came over there and somebody was over there. So they felt like they needed to move on because this is a waste of time and all of this and all that. And then they also try to give it time. You feel me? They try to give it time. And, as they giving it time, they're trying to see what's going on. But I truly feel like, just like they thought that someone was coming between you and them, like you were dealing with someone else, there was someone that was in this person's ear That was someone in this person's ear as well. Like wanting this person to believe that you were dealing with someone else. And they listened to this person. But in due time, even with them moving on, even with you moving on, they haven't seen what they thought was going on with you. Not once. They haven't seen it. They haven't seen it. Not once. And whatever happened in, like, whatever it was, it caused a breakup or divorce. If you was divorcing, if you was married to this person, it called divorce. Oh, and for some of y'all, let me tell y'all what I just got. If you wasn't married to this person, y'all was just in a long-term relationship, it caused a breakup. But what I'm also beginning, some of y'all ex-husbands or ex-wives caused the problem. Is what triggered this person. Some of y'all ex-husband and ex-wives triggered this person. Yep. That's what happened. There could have been an ex-husband or ex-wife that did something to trigger this situation. It says someone in the middle, someone is trying to sabotage this. See? Somebody saw that y'all two was loving each other and they came right in the middle. It could have been this person ex or it could have been your ex. But either way it go, that's what happened. And the both of y'all could have had people that was trying to sabotage the connection. You know, this remind me, I ain't gonna lie, remind me of my situation, y'all. It did. It does. I can actually relate to this situation. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I can actually relate to this. This actually happened in my life, and I don't know if it happened in y'all, but it damn sure happened in mine. And my ex-husband, may he rest in peace, he definitely sabotaged my connection. That was his goal. That's what he wanted to do because we were no longer married. And I was moving on, and he saw me moving on, and he did what he felt like he needed to do. He knew that it would interrupt my home. I knew that what he was trying to do was disrespectful, but I told him not to do it. My son was having a ribbon pendant around the time when COVID was just starting to hit. And the school didn't allow the ribbon pendant to be in the school. They wanted it to be at the house, you know, and they gave the kids the laptops and stuff, and they were live with it. So they would call out each child name and stuff. I had decorated my living room and everything. My son got dressed up because we still wanted to, you know, it to be like at the school, at the house. So my son asked me to pick up his father, which is my ex-husband, and I picked up his father. I was continue to decorate. And my ex-husband knew that my guy, my twin flame, was at work. I told him, and I'm like, he should be on his way home. Also around that time, my twin flame, my guy at the time, he had just bought me a new car. So I'm showing my ex-husband my new car. He's seeing that I'm moving on with my life. So I'm like, my ex-husband was sitting there when my guy called me and told me that he was on his way home. Right? So my ex-husband said that he was tired and sleepy. I told him he could not sleep on my couch. Do not go lay on my couch because my man is on his way home. He's like, I'm a little tired. I can't lay on your couch. I told him, no, you cannot. That's disrespectful. If you are sleepy, you can go into your son's room or your daughter's room and you can go take a nap. But you will not lay on my couch. And mind you that my house was it's like my kids had one side and I had one side. So if he went and laid in his son's room, he would be on the other side and not in my living room. So he told me he told me he had to use the bathroom. My guy pulled up. I told him to go use the bathroom. I'm showing my guy the car that he gave me the money to buy. So as we're going in the house, where is my ex-husband? Laying on my couch. He purposely did that. He was laying on my couch. And And the motherfucker had the nerve to, I think about this all the time and I laugh. He had the nerve to stretch as if he had been laying on my couch for a long time. He only been on that couch for 5 minutes, but he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing when he did it. He wanted my guy to feel insecure as if he had been there the whole time, and he wasn't. He was there for his children. Now, did I have any beef with my ex far as I deny him to his children? No, I woman. I've never been that type of woman, and I would never deny my kid's father access to children. You just don't have access to me. Okay? But my ex-husband knew exactly what he was doing. It caused friction between me and my twin flame. But then again, I also feel like, I'm not the type of person that, mess around. But I also feel like my twin flame have never seen a stable and solid woman that don't fuck with a baby daddy. That's what I feel like. Because if you know me and you know the type of woman that I am, and I've already told you that I'm not dealing with my child's father, you should have never let that fuck with you. But that fucked with him. My ex knew exactly what the fuck he was doing, and we went our separate ways. For at first it bothered me, but the more I seen both of their behavior, because my twin flame used to go to his ex girlfriend / baby mama house to go pick up his child. I never complained. I never tripped on him. When he said, "Hey, I'm finna go over here," I ain't with him. I ain't jumping down his back. I ain't running up behind him. When he say, "I'm over here, we'll walk the damn house. I'm picking up the baby." Okay. See you later. I've never complained. What the fuck you doing all over there? I've never done that. I never felt insecure. But for him to feel insecure about my child's father coming over the day of the ribbon pending, and you took that part out your mind. You don't see that part no more. You don't see the fact that it was the ribbon pending for my child. You just see the fact that he was here and you wasn't there. Like, you just that bypassed all the correct shit. But see, that's when God is showing you that a person is trying to interrupt your peace. And if you are allowing this person to interrupt your peace, then it shall fall. And that's what happened. It failed. Did it hurt me in the beginning? Yeah, it hurted me in the beginning. But as the years went on, my ex-husband is deceased now. He died a year ago. And if a person constantly bring that up, then that's just bullshit. You're bringing up something that you know that didn't have any, because I could have actually, when we separated, I could have just went back to my ex-husband, and I didn't, because I didn't want him anymore. I divorced him for a reason and moved on with my life. And if a person couldn't see that, I wasn't too big on trying to push them to see that. You can see whatever you want to see, but the truth is in the pudding. And if you didn't see me go back to this person, that should have let you know that there was nothing going on with me and this person. Because I could have easily just went back to my ex-husband, restarted our marriage, and continue to do me. But I didn't want my ex-husband. And he didn't see that. He only saw what he wanted to see. And he let his ego get the best of him in believing whatever my ex-husband put out there for him to believe. My ex-husband went on he went and remarried. He was able to fuck up what I had going on, but that let me know that I didn't have a strong-minded, wielded man in front of me that knew the type of woman that I was. So I continue to move on with my life, even though that was my twin flame. Because even though that's your twin flame, you and this person has some free will. Y'all free will can do whatever y'all want to do. And if a person ain't fucking with you and showing you that they fuck with you and they start moving differently on you, then you gotta let that person be. Regardless of if God told you that's your twin flame, if God told you that's your soulmate. Because at the end of the day, they still got free will and they're gonna do what they want to do. And his free will chose to go do what he wanted to do. He free will chose to move on because he thought I was fucking somebody else, but he didn't see the manipulation in the air. He didn't see none of that. Because did I lie? No, I ain't lied. I told him exactly what was going on. I'm not a liar. I ain't got no reason to lie. And like I said, if I wanted to be with my ex-husband, I could have just went back and got with him. That made no sense. But people, I'm telling you, and whoever this is that's going through a situation, something like my situation, you feel the same way. I could have just went back to him. You didn't go back to the person because you didn't want that person. You didn't want that person. But for some of y'all, your person went back towards their person though. A baby mama or baby daddy or ex-husband or ex-wife. Your person went back. Because that's what they thought you were doing. So they called themselves trying to prove a point. And it says someone is in the middle, someone is trying to sabotage this. Like I said, for some of y'all, this is your person. This is your person, or this is you and your person. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like, either your person, like my ex-husband tried to sabotage it. And if for y'all, if it's your ex that tried to sabotage it, then you know. But for some of y'all, it's also your person's ex that tried to sabotage it as well. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all, your person went back to their ex. Some of y'all did not. Y'all continue to move on with y'all life because y'all felt like what? Someone is unavailable and this is a waste of time. So you continue to move on. And for some of y'all, that's what your person thought, that you were unavailable, that you wanted to be back with this person and they moved on. But some of y'all, they never saw y'all go back to this person. You just continue to keep moving on. And for some of y'all, they did see you go back to this person, or they went back to their ex. Yeah. And that's where all the confusion went in. And as time went on, you got to learn a lesson. See, that was the lesson that needed to be learned in this situation. See things for what it is. Don't, when God brings something together, it has to be built on a solid foundation. Nothing and no one can come between you and that person. So God is like, y'all were supposed to build a bond that's unbreakable. I'm going to give y'all an example. Because God giving me the example of, if y'all ever seen the have and the have-nots. Right? So on the have and the have-nots, you got Hannah and you got Candace, which they are mother and daughter. They've been through multiple traumas to bring them together. They supposed to have been building a bond that was unbreakable and unstoppable. But instead of them coming together, they always clashed, they always feud. And God gave them multiple chances. The first chance was with Benny. That was the first chance. Okay? The first chance was with Benny, when Benny, which is the brother and the son, right? It's only three of them. A family of three. A mother with her son and her daughter. Well, God brought the mother and the daughter together because of the son is in the middle, but the son got into a really bad accident and was in a coma. That right there, that trauma should have brought them together, but it didn't. It had them arguing over the body. Then something else happened. The brother's father was trying to take him off life support. The daughter was going to law school, so she represented her mother. You thought that would have brought them together, but it didn't. It kept them arguing. And instead of them coming together as a family, it kept They kept allowing situations that should have brought them closer together and built a bond that make them stronger and better than ever. They allow it to continue to tear them apart. The mother was never acknowledging her wrong. The daughter never acknowledged her wrong. And even though the mother was closely with God, she still wasn't seeing all the wrong she was doing as well. She never saw any type of things to where, okay, when God brought them together, I'm going to push this to the side and I'm going to try to move forward. But it was like, no, she kept tearing her down. She didn't believe in her. And it was like things kept pulling them apart. And I feel like this what happened in this connection. There were other people that came in the way. And God said y'all was supposed to be building a bond that was supposed to be unbreakable and unstoppable. Because y'all loved each other. You see how he reaching out to her, but you see that person in the middle? You see the line that's connected with the heart in the middle? Someone else was the problem. Yeah. Y'all allowed someone else to come in this connection and destroy it. Someone else was the problem. And people don't see it like that. But I feel like whoever it is now, someone is actually seeing that someone else was the problem in the connection. They allowed someone else to get in their head, to get in their ear. They allowed someone else to make them feel as if their person or their partner was not 100 with them. For some of y'all, the person could have said something bad about you or try to get this person to think something bad about you. But one thing I always tell someone, regardless of what someone say, pay attention to what they do. If this person is telling you, oh, he a nothing ass motherfucker, he a bomb ass motherfucker, and they willing to go fuck him, they only saying that so you can let them go. She a hoe. She ain't shit. I know you ain't fucking with her. I'm telling you, she gonna do this. She gonna make you feel this. She gonna make you feel that. But behind your back, they like, leave that motherfucker, come back to me. And if your woman come and tell you that this person said this, that should have opened up your eyes. You gonna listen to what another motherfucker say about your woman, but yet they want to move your ass out the way so they could go back to your woman. You're the dummy. You're the dummy for believing in what this person just said. You gonna believe her about your man, but the first chance she get, she gonna go fuck him. She trying to get you out the way because she wanted for herself. But you're the dummy because you allow this person to come in and pick your brain, manipulate you, come between your connection, but you're not putting the pieces together. Make it make sense. And that's what God is saying. How dumb are you going to be that you allow someone else to come in and fuck up what God had for you? Baby, God, like, you don't see it? How long is it going to take you to see this? How long are you going to admit that you allowed this to happen? I ain't do it. God, like, I ain't do it. You did it. You did it. What else? Yeah. Not listening to your intuition about this person. Some of y'all already knew it. Just like me, I knew it. I ain't gonna lie, I knew it. I knew my baby daddy, my ex-husband was on bullshit. That's why I told him, don't go lay on my motherfucking couch. I said it's disrespectful for you to go lay on my couch knowing my man is on his way home. Don't go do that. You need to go next door where your son at. So my son came out in the front where we was. I said, come on over here and get your daddy. Because he trying to lay on my motherfucking couch. Me and my son right now today, the other day, just had this conversation. And he started laughing. He said, my dad knew exactly what he was doing. I said, I know. He knew exactly what he was doing. Because his son got a whole king size bed. You ain't that motherfucker tired. You just wanted to interrupt my peace. Because you saw that I was happy. And you saw that my guy was there for me. But you didn't want someone to be there for me and love me because you didn't do it. So he chose to interrupt it. And my guy chose to listen to him. Or he chose to pay attention to the fucked up shit that my ex-husband did. And we separated. And at first, like I said, it bothered me. But as I grew, I stopped letting that bother me. Because you ain't going to put something on me that I did not do. Like I said, if I wanted to be back with my ex-husband, I could have went back to him. I could have just pushed him. Hey, told my guy, we're done. I'm going back to my ex-husband. And that's what I'm doing. The fuck I need to cheat on my man with my ex-husband for? That's the dumbest shit in the world to me. I left my ex-husband before I got with you. So what the fuck would I go cheat on you with him for? I mean, some people may do that, but that's dumb to me. You're going to leave someone. And then when you get with someone new and y'all in a good space, you going to go back and cheat with the person that you left? That's the dumbest shit in the world. What did you leave that person for to go back and cheat with that person when you got someone new and y'all doing good? You're going to go fuck up your happy home for someone that you left already. Make that make sense. But I guess some people do that shit. That's not what I do. And for some of y'all, that's not what you do either. Because just like it sound dumb when I said, that's how you felt. That's how you see it. That's how I see it. That's the dumbest shit in the world to me. But I guess some people move like that. And somebody did not listen to their intuition. And this is what it say. The red flags you ignored now will gonna come back and bite you later. And guess what? It came back and bit your person in the ass for all the mistakes that they made of allowing someone else to come in between y'all. Someone else to cause distance between y'all. Someone else to cause y'all a divorce or a breakup. Spirit say yes, that is the truth. Or someone else to cause them to move out of the home. Okay? Someone else to cause them to think that they should move on. That person don't. Yeah. And guess what? For some of y'all, since this took place, what did you do? You let go. And you transformed your life. It said make room for the new beginnings on its way to you. And that's what you did. You made room for the new beginnings on its way to you. You removed the old so you can receive the new. You walked away from this situation with your head held high, and you just let go and you let God. And I feel like somebody's person is realizing that they allow other people to pick their brain and come between y'all connection. Ain't that so dummy? Baby. Think that's a dummy. I'm just saying, it's the truth, y'all. That's some dumb shit. That's some dumb shit. I remember at one time I saw that happening in my face. Not only, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when me and my twin flame was together, we had my ex-husband coming between us, we had his baby mama coming between us, and we had a friend that was his friend, but then became my friend, and it became a mutual friend that came between us as well. We had multiple people coming between us, talking about me, talking about him, throwing us both under the bus. I never once, y'all, listened to that shit. They said things about him that I just didn't pay attention to. Because to me, they wanted to fuck. And I knew what I knew. And some of y'all know that too. And like I just said, if you have a woman that always got something negative to say, you better pay attention. Because some of y'all, a person talked about you, a person talked about them, but in the end, they wanted to fuck y'all. Period. They was waiting on things to fall apart. They was waiting on things to fall apart. And for some of y'all, it did just that. Y'all was sitting around a bunch of toxic motherfuckers. See, and y'all were supposed to be in an energy of fighting together. That's what saying. Y'all was supposed to block them motherfuckers out together. Y'all was supposed to stop talking to them people together. Y'all was supposed to stop entertaining them people together. You hear me? Outdated. Like, don't nobody want to hear that shit. I'm good over here. You know what I'm saying? Old news. You talking about old news. No, these people was putting on the show so things can fall apart. That's what they was doing. They was putting on the show so things can fall apart. They knew exactly what they were doing. What else? Yeah. Emotional intelligence. That's what y'all was supposed to show. Y'all emotional intelligence. The love that y'all had for each other was supposed to stand out to these people because they was just haters that was coming in to destroy. They was depressed because they didn't have love like that. They was depressed because they didn't have people that truly loved them unconditionally. They was y'all haters. Hey, and their goal was to do what they needed to do to break y'all up, for y'all to cut ties with each other. Why? Because some of y'all, they wanted to fuck. Or they wanted to be with you. And some of y'all may have done it. Some of y'all may have went back. But while you was over there doing it, and over there and went back to that person or went back fucking with other people, the love story that y'all had became a once upon a time. I remember once upon a time, me and my baby used to do this. I remember once upon a time, we used to have this. I remember once upon a time, we used to go here. I remember once upon a time, we used to do this. We used to do that. It became a once upon a time. Why? Because y'all allow other people to come between y'all. Yeah. Now somebody mad. Why? Because they investigating and they realized they let a bugaboo come between the connection. I told y'all it was a man and a woman. Bugaboos that did whatever they needed to do to break this connection up. Now somebody is seeing the truth. Because things is playing back in their head like, damn, that did happen. Damn, they did say that. Yeah. And somebody made a lot of bad choices behind that shit. By listening to them bugaboos. Yeah. Went sleeping with the people. Went and laid up with the folks. Allowed the situation to explode. That's what they did. And they caused their person to run away by listening to fake ass friends. When they were fulfilling a fantasy, their reality was becoming a fantasy. They had the person that they wanted. They was in love. They were happy. They was living it up. And now someone is realizing they got played. They got manipulated. They got lied to. And they fucked up. They should have kicked that person to the curb. You hear me? They should have kicked that person to the curb. They didn't. Now they realize that person is a hoe out here. That person was for the streets. But for some of them, they went fucking with them people. Keeping it a secret. They know they fucked up. Somebody know they fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. Some of y'all could have been expecting. Some of y'all could be pregnant by this person. Or y'all was just expecting a new beginning with this person. But see, that never took place. That never took place. That new beginning never happened with this person. because things got worse instead of better. And now somebody in their feelings because they could have did better. Yep. Look, but as some of y'all already know the tea. Y'all already know this. Y'all already know that people came between y'all. Y'all already know that, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers didn't want y'all together. You knew that, but your person didn't know that, or they didn't believe you, but they see it now. And guess what? Now they feel like it may be too late. This is deep right here. But let's get a final message from the Most High God. Father God, what's the final message before we close this out? My Father God. Okay, so you got chaser. Codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. Your person could have been in fear of abandonment issues, or you could have been in fear of abandonment issues, or both of y'all. Okay? I feel like whoever it was, some of y'all had to work through it, or both of y'all had to work through it. But you got wedding, union, wedding, marriage, soul contract, eternal love, everlasting promise. God say lessons needed to be learned before this union can come together. And sometimes it may be harsh for the lesson to get learned. But you got to wash away the old to receive the new. So there is an ending that bring new beginnings, that bring growth, that bring change and transition. Okay? So whatever took place in this connection was supposed to take place like this. God say it was supposed to, because why? This is your soulmate. This is your person. Okay? It says soul connection, partnership, soul contract. You and this person have a soul contract. Okay? But the lessons has to be learned before the union can come together. If the lessons ain't learned, the union will not build from a solid foundation. And when it's built from a faulty foundation, it will crumble. You understand? But when it's built on a solid foundation, it shall grow. You got ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. God was preparing y'all for union. You got truth and clarity. Okay. God is giving you the truth of what needed to take place in this union. God is also saying a lot of the hurtful things that took place, that was this person's free will. God is saying that. And for some of y'all, God is saying you do deserve a true, genuine apology, because you didn't deserve the things that this person had done. And that was their own free will. That's what God is saying. It was their own free will. They made those mistakes. They did that. And, you know, some of y'all, the person has done so much that y'all like, I don't even know if I could take this person back. But God is saying, even though it was fucked up what this person did, there was lessons that need to be learned behind that. It allowed you to grow and become a better you. It allowed you to fully step in your truth and know your worth. And it allowed this person to see the truth of where they fucked up at. Yeah. It says a relationship evolving into the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. This was supposed to happen. You're healing. They're healing with the truth. Truth. But God says unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, and affection. This unconditional love that you give, that self-love that you show to yourself, attracts real unconditional love. You got abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what it is that you want. Gratitude and bliss. Everything you ever wanted and desired is in being aligned with you moving forward in life. You got separation, sadness, missing you, thinking of you, and yearning and unsure of the future. See, when this person broke your heart, yes, you was hurt and you had to heal your heart, right? Now this person is missing you. They're yearning for you. And they're unsure of the future because of the mistakes that they made. But they needed to see the mistakes that they were making. Because this person was not taking accountability for the mistakes that they made. They were not. But now, this person has realized they sabotaged the connection. This person wants to rebuild what they broken. Okay? And this person wants to work on it. Now, like I said, for some of y'all, you're going to receive an apology from this person. A real, genuine apology from the heart. Okay? And if you're willing to hear this person out, then hear them out. But it's truly your choice. You know what's best for you. Don't ignore the red flags. If this person come in your face, you see them, acknowledge them. Don't ignore them. Okay? And follow your heart and do what's best for you. That's what I have for you guys today. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it don't resonate, then don't try to make it fit. And you guys have a safe and blessed, beautiful, abundant day. Have a nice one.